Hey World Changers, it's me, Miss McCarthy, with your Motivational Monday episode for the week. In today's episode, we are going to highlight the ultimate game changer when it comes to getting better at something.
Ultimate game changer!
But before we dive into that, do not forget to tap that like button and subscribe or follow so you're the first to know when I drop a new video. I hope that you were able to rest and recharge this weekend, and now it's Monday. I know that Mondays, they sometimes can make us feel a little bluesy and sad, maybe even stressed out. And I know that because that's what I experienced for a lot of my life too, until one day I thought to myself, you know what? I'm tired of being so sad and stressed out on Mondays. What if I'm only feeling like that because that's the message that's just programmed in my brain? What if I change that program in my brain into something more positive? What if instead I choose to be pumped and excited about Mondays? That's exactly what I did, and I tell you what, it absolutely changed my life. And I want you all to get this from a young age too. The idea that Mondays, they can be amazing and exciting and the start of a fresh new week, if that is the message that you choose to lock into. So, in order to get ready for this particular Monday, let's go ahead and stand up, get your feet apart, hands on your hips, stick out your chest and shoulders back. Make sure that you are looking like a superhero and repeat after me. This is how I Monday. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and talk about our message for today. In the past few episodes, we have been breaking down the Taking on the Best theme song that I have for a math program that I've created. Yes, I am a math teacher for grades 3, 4, and 5. I love to make math fun, make it click, and make it stick for you. And I've included the link to the entire theme song below, but the part that we're going to focus on today is, so I take another step, I'm obsessed with progress. So I take another step, I'm obsessed with progress. You know why? We'll talk about it next time. So I take another step, I'm obsessed with progress. That is what we are focusing on today. Story time, everybody. In 2017, so what is that? It's like 6 years ago. Oh my gosh, it's been 6 years. Okay, in 2017, I decided to train for a marathon. Do you know how far it is to run a marathon? Oh my gosh, it is so far. It is 26.2 miles, but my 5th graders and my 4th graders, we know that we don't read it as 26.2. We read it as 26 and 2/10 of a mile, and those 2/10 matter. So I was training for a few months. I was running a lot during the week, and I was saving my long runs, like my 10, 11, 12 mile runs, for the weekend. I was getting fit, I was getting into shape, I was getting my mind ready for the marathon coming up. And then at my school, we had a great time. We had this little celebration out on the pavilion where there was music, and I was dancing and having so much fun with the students, and I had a walkie-talkie like attached to my clothing, and when I was dancing and jumping, the walkie-talkie fell under my feet, and when I landed, I rolled back and I fell to the ground, majorly twisting my ankle. I could barely walk. I had to go to the doctor, I had to get crutches, and it was November, so I was like 1 or 2 months away from my marathon. And now I found myself sitting on the couch with an ice pack, not able to really get up and move around very much. So you know I love to dance, and you probably might also know about me that I don't sit still very well. I like to move around. I'm constantly moving and doing something. So this really messed with me mentally, to be sitting on the couch and icing my foot to heal it. So a month or 2 rolled by and my ankle had healed, but I didn't really get to train for this marathon as I had planned to. And now I had a decision to make, because I knew that I had completed a few half marathons. I knew what it was like to run 13 miles, and I kept thinking about it. I was like, all right, I know that I haven't trained the best that I wanted to because of this injury, but a big part of me really wants to give this a shot. And then I thought, how can I do this? How can I get my mind and my body ready in time? And I thought to myself, it's 1 foot in front of the other. Is it going to be hard? Yes, but if I don't focus on the entire length and I just focus on one step at a time and just doing each step to the best of my ability, whether that's running or walking for some of it, I think I can do this. In fact, I was thinking, I know me, and I know I can do this if I put my mind to it. So I woke up early that morning, and then the marathon started. And I was able to run for most of it, but I definitely took walking breaks when I needed to. From mile marker 17 to mile marker 24, I was completely exhausted and tired and cranky and over it. My whole body hurt. I was hungry and wanted some food. I just wanted to take a nap. Finally, at mile marker 24, I had some family that was volunteering for that race. We both ran to each other. I cried and we hugged, and they said, "You are so close. You are almost there. It's just one foot in front of the other. You have made so much progress. You have to keep going. You've got this. We believe in you. Go!" So the last 2 miles, of course, they were hard. Of course, everything hurt, but I was so close. I could taste it. At this point, 2 miles was nothing, knowing that I was making progress with every step I took. Finally, I hit mile 26, which meant that I had 0.2 of a mile left, and those 0.2 were still really hard. So then I turned the corner, and there it was, the finish line. It was not far at all, and I don't know how I mustered up the strength to get my legs moving faster. I ran as fast as I could, and when I saw the finish line, I jumped across it, and it felt so good. I was so proud of myself despite getting an injury, despite being on the couch with an ice pack for weeks and having to be off of it with crutches and not being able to train. I did it. And my biggest thing was that I focused on taking another step and just focusing on the progress, being obsessed with the progress, not the whole thing. I want you all to understand that life is all about taking it one step at a time. Life is full of challenges and adventures and obstacles and problems that require your patience and your perseverance. And if you can just focus on taking the next right step, you will find success. So maybe a math problem has you stumped. Maybe you're having a rough day at school. Maybe you've been working on something over and over again, and it feels like you're not making any progress with it. It might seem overwhelming at first, but if you just focus on taking the next right step, you will make progress, and eventually you'll reach your goal, because each step brings you closer to your goal.
Which is progress, baby.
Keep in mind that it's okay to start small. Whether it's learning a new skill, making new friends, getting good grades, every step counts. And here's a heads up. Mistakes and setbacks are part of the journey too. Remember that your journey in life is unique and you have to set your own pace. Just like for my marathon, it wasn't about beating everybody else, it was just about finishing it to the best of my ability. Don't compare yourself to others because everybody has their own individual marathon that they're running. And please know that I so believe in you. You are so capable of amazing things. And by taking it one step at a time, you can make progress that you're proud of. So here is your takeaway for today, and that is, so I take another step. I'm obsessed with progress. You know why? I'm taking on the best, which we'll go over next time. I am a math teacher for grades 3, 4, and 5, so if you know that you know somebody or you yourself need help making math fun, making it click, and making it stick, please head over to mccarthymathacademy.com. Remember that you were born with something special, and it's your mission in life to figure out what that is and then use it to make this world a better place. And yes, I mean you. I'll see you next time, World Changers.